Hello, it's me. I'm out of the car today. I'm at the park, one of my favorite parks in the city that I live in the neighborhood that I live in. I'm from the east side of my town, but I had moved to a different area. But now I'm back on the east, and I'm so happy because this park is one of the best parks in the city as far as I'm concerned. Because it's my favorite park, I was coming here anyway, and I was going to push record on my way here so I can talk to you in the car like I have been doing. But I decided to talk to you when I sat down. So I was hoping or wanting to touch on something that I was thinking about the other day, is all the things that I have gained from the job that I was fired from, and how I will be applying those things into my business. But sometimes we look at those skills, that skill set, like if you are applying for another job and they ask you about your skills and you list all the skills that you have and the ones that you have accumulated more recent at your last job, the job that you're leaving. And you're like, oh, okay, these skills would be perfect for this job, and here's how I'm going to apply those skills. And I was really thinking, like, how am I going to apply those skills to my business? Because I want to succeed, obviously, right? Before I started working for somebody else again after being full-time in my business, I feel like because I was not as disciplined in my business as I feel like I could have been. I did a lot more like vending around the city. My business was primarily at that time product based, and products are still a part of my business, but my business is way more service oriented now. And the products portion is more like customized to somebody's body type. People will like book a consultation with me where I go over your specific body and your specific imbalances in your body and prescriptions that you may be on and all types of different things. It's an hour and a half consultation. There's even like some paperwork beforehand. So I can really get like a broad and clear view of your particular body. And then I create custom herbal formulas and suggest different single herbs that somebody could take. And so that's a part of it. But before I started working for somebody else, I wasn't as disciplined in my business as I could have been, meaning like the day-to-day operations of my business. There were days when I was working all day and then days where I barely worked at all, which is part of the freedom of entrepreneurship, which is awesome. But also I feel like the priority should be the money-making tasks. And so I decided that, okay, I looked at leaving my job, getting fired from my job, and what are those skills that I would be if I were applying for a job somewhere else? What are the skill sets that I would be stating that I have that would make me good fit for this new job? But the new job is me, is my business. So a wellness service-based business. And by the time I like finished the list, I was just so appreciative. Some of the skills are innate skills. Some of those things that you just are that way. Like I feel like I manage my time well, and I'm very task oriented and things like that. But when I looked at the skill set, it was like, okay, so you may be task oriented, but what tasks or do you perform at a higher level than others? And I just really got clear about my personal skill sets, how I can apply those to my business, and where I find holes. And that helped me to determine where are areas that I may need some assistance in my business, whether that means a contracted person, in a temporary role, or just leaning on my community and the skill sets that I know that my community has, if it is a particular project-based thing, or I'm working on planning a retreat and I need some support with graphics or whatever the deal is. But when you are a solo entrepreneur, you do tend to learn how to do lots of things, and I'm a highly functioning human, so I don't just learn how to do something, I learn how to do it, and I do it well. You may be a whiz at all the different aspects, at graphics, at marketing, at email marketing, at social media, and all of these different things, but if you are pouring out little bits at a time into all these buckets, none of them are getting full. It is figuring out what is your skill set, and then delegating or categorizing those into particular days, and then executing to a level that you feel like you have moved the needle in your business. But I wasn't really coming on here to give business advice, so to speak, because there are some things I'm really good at and other things I'm still learning. And I feel like life should be like that. You should always be learning, and I'm okay with that. But this was really more so about evaluating yourself and being able to get a very clear understanding of where you are right now with your skills, with your talents, with the new knowledge that you have gained. I told you I worked for an urban agriculture nonprofit. I was already growing things prior to that, but I know so much more now. I could conceivably set up a market garden and know exactly what I'm doing. Before I started working there, I didn't know that. That is a very important skill set to have. I know how to grow food on a large scale. I know how to grow herbs on a large scale. That's something, people imagine that. People want to know how to grow food. They want to be in proximity to how to do that. But this is a skill set that I have I'm able to add to my arsenal of knowledge. And what else have I learned? I feel like with my business, I've always been coordinating in one way or another, and part of my title was coordinator. So I definitely have sharpened the coordination skills. So that's really all that I wanted to say. I want to invite you to triplemoonalchemy.com to learn more about me and all of my products, the digital products, the physical products, all of the things. I think in the next video, maybe I should reintroduce myself. Maybe I should formally say, this is who I am and this is what I do, because I think in these I got fired videos, I think I've just been alluding to the fact or mentioning things like my business this, and I'm an herbalist this, and I do that. But maybe I should do a formal, this is who I am, this is how long I've been in business, this is the business that I have, these are the things that I offer. I will do that just so that I can catch you up if you are following along on this journey. I appreciate you for being here, if so. And so when this content changes to herbalism specific things, it doesn't seem like what is this because I'm coming in front of this camera to talk primarily for until I don't know when. But I will, the next video tomorrow, do like a formal introduction and where my business was, where it is now. You could look at old videos, the ones that I have made public again, because a lot of them are unlisted. Just because, you know, you change and you grow, and I would look back at some videos like, I don't like the way I looked. I didn't like the way, whatever. So you can look back at some old videos from like 7, 8, 9 years ago to see what this channel used to be and how I used to be. And I'm still the same, but different. So I feel like I need to reintroduce and put y'all up on Triple Moon Alchemy and what she is about today. So I'm going to leave you with that. Just if you are in transition and you're trying to figure out the next steps, whether it be moving into a new job or moving into your own business, I would suggest that you take some time and evaluate yourself. And even if you want to switch course, you've been doing one thing for a whole lot of years and now you want to switch to this, look at the skills that you used in this old life and how they can help you in this new path. And that's what I'm doing, and it's helping me a lot. So I'm gonna end it right there. Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining me in the park on this beautiful, beautiful day. There was mad people behind me before, so now I can show y'all parts of the park that I'm at, and it's a glorious, glorious day. Very positive about the future of me, the future of this channel, the future of us. So follow along, stick around. You know, I think this is good. I really do. I think this is good. Stick around, and I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.